on you.
Not to mention dealing with the inherent difficulty of humans interacting with each other.
Yeah.
I want to do it this way. No, I want to do it this way.
Yeah, dude, flat Earth is like the greatest example of like man's inability to handle information.
It's like,
Like literally, like
cat,
two
cat
people,
herding, dude.
like two. Well, not even that. Just like the idea that two people, like flat earthers and like hardcore anti-flat earthers, are like the only people that could ruin like a beautiful sunset. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a beautiful sunset and they're going to fucking ruin it, just because they're going to sit there and be at each other's throats.
8 inches per mile squared?
Right. You know what I mean? And like everyone's going to hold a position. And it's like, that's where that's what I remember always used to back in the day. So at least to the flat earthers, because we all used to while out, right? I go, yeah, like you do. And like, I'd be like, dude, where's your, hippie Kundalini spirit to like let it go, Because like, that's kind of what's needed also, That's where we got into it was all like Glober tendencies. Like, you know what I mean? If you were too like reactionary to the shit talking, then if you're still trying to like argue and like can't let it go, it's like that's part of the globe too, Like it's not even that you're fighting like the shape of the earth. You're fighting like a bunch of people who are like mind controlled North Koreans.
It's funny because I'm the exact opposite. I think I'm in the minority too, though. I absolutely never bring it up. If I don't think that there is a highly likely chance that you will be able to onboard the information that I would provide, then I would just never even bring it up. I went to after in 2015. I didn't discuss flat Earth until 2017 with another human soul. I didn't think anybody could handle it, and I was correct, by the way.
I mean, flat Earth ultimately, though, what I think is kind of cool is that I feel like, flat Earth has always like been this like world shattering concept, to some people. And like, I think as each side gains traction on the other, because, I don't think I personally have come to the conclusion there's no way to prove the shape of the earth at all, either side. Like, there's always going to be anomalies you're going to be willing to accept. And I think, I don't know, there's something to that, when each side like kind of recognizes like not being married to the idea or something.
Has anybody been keeping up with Jay Tolan Media? I did I watched 3 or 4 videos. I was backlogged on him. I could have interpreted his information incorrectly, but he was insinuating that his math suggests the Earth to be, if it were a globe, if it were indeed curving and not only refraction taking place, his math suggests the Earth would be 1 million miles in circumference. And he has some very, very high resolution images of the moon that I had never seen before.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I just look at it like neither side is gonna. I'm on that old. What's that? Enoch. Is it the book of Enoch or is it Job? I think it's Job where he says that you'll never know the shape of the earth, man. Like nice try, good guess. So I feel like you ever seen I'm amazed with the idea of the that artwork that like if it only works if you look at it from a certain angle. Otherwise, it looks like a bunch of garbage. Do you know what I'm talking about? That kind of artwork where it'll be like spanned over like 10 feet, 30 feet even, and like you look at it from 50 feet away, and it's like a picture of Marilyn Monroe. You ever seen that kind of shit?
Yeah, I've often described flat Earth to people. The purpose of flat Earth is not to actually prove a flat Earth. The purpose of flat Earth is simply to disprove a globe Earth.
Well, I think it's just fair enough. But I even think there's more to that. I think it's more. It's like There's more to it because I thought you can't like define yourself by what doesn't by what you hate like or what you were fighting against. And like that's always been the interesting part to me is like Glober's always like, well, where's your model? And it's like people are more interested in about. I just think there's so much more to the story than flat Earth. But flat Earth is like I don't know. Regardless of the shape of the Earth, it's just a fucking piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't insist. I just take issue. I just take issue with it. Like the denial of a globe is is the assertion of a flat Earth. So it's like it is a like a positive claim.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree too. Like it's pointing the holes. I mean I think any emperor with no clothes needs to be pointed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I
I
just mean
just also
the approach to falsify curvature in any direction or vector would be to profess or prove flat. So it wouldn't be like, oh, I'm just disproving. In my opinion, I'm disproving the globe. No, I'm proving that that level is horizontal.
right. Yeah, I'm really interested in the whole paradox of it all because like the stars say one thing, the Earth says another.
Is that true?
And I think to some degree, I think the ancients understood it. If you probably heard me say this 1,000 times, it's like Albert Pike writing about it. Like the square, like what Albert Pike said. The square said, the square was measuring for the Earth, which is flat and symbolically represents man. And the compass represents the measurements of the stars, which is curving, or which is like has angles to it, and it represents the soul. And so, honestly, like I happen to think, like much like there is a distinction between the concept of the soul, or like for those of us who do believe, like there's a distinction between your soul and your body, and they're incomparable. you know and so I think like those again it just highlights the paradox, and the paradox is really where it's like paradox is like the like the golden ratio, it's the hiccup that creates, what I mean, it's like the golden ratio, what I mean, it's like the Mendelbrot sets, like there's like this little wrinkle that establishes the growth of everything else around it and keeps going. I don't know.
All right.
I know what you mean. I see your point.
Yeah. I love that. I don't know. There is a difference between the stars and the earth. And it's like the ancients fucking said it. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
that's
What
pretty.
our
I mean,
pro
that's pretty obvious. It's pretty obviously. Right? Like, I mean, that
well, I
part
think
is obvious. They're not the same thing.
right. And I think like but the materialist, right? The materialist seeking to find congruity with all of it can't handle the paradox. That's why flat earth is just an anathema to them, because the stars, i.e., the soul. This is why to me, at least, the idea that like the materialist rationalist has to have the soul be a part of the body. That's why they don't even believe in a soul. That's why, like, usually, like, I've always asked those guys, it's like, well, is love just a chemical in your brain then? You know what I mean? Like, is like, what length are you going to say that it's all mechanical? And you know what I mean? Like, they don't have a point where they think, like they don't believe in a soul. They believe they're from monkeys. They believe in a whole nother alternative view that has to put the stars around the globe. It has to meld the soul and the material. It's just like, and it loses the poetry and the intelligence and the humor, and like along with it, it's all down the drain because we've been carterized by some Bernaysian moon landing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think also just to add to that, that was beautiful, man. But I think they try to connect the mind and the brain, and they get lost in the minutia of it, right? Trying to have words that describe luminary living entities, and I think in almost every religion, it's the core of it is trying to say the same thing, right?
Well, yeah,
But
let's
yeah,
do
I
it.
think like the argument of it, it dampens the ability of light to be in this vessel. You know what I mean? Like we really are light beings. We're just having this experience in this vessel, right?
Well, yeah, but you know what's weird is like I often because everyone like I don't know. I've always had this idea of like everyone thinks of like God as like a, for lack of a better whatever like a Thor type of you know what I mean, like that, like all powerful, stern, mean, you know what I mean, like all that kind of shit. Where like when, I think once you start to live a little, I think maybe like God is more like Mr. Bean. Do you know what I mean? Than it is like you know what I mean?
Maybe
Like
God is
it's
everything.
louder. It's like it's hilarious. It has humor. It has you know what I mean? Like all this cynicism of those of us, those of us who go through periods of doubting God, like God. I love like Islam for that. Islam is a good thing with there is no God but God. And it's like atheism is the first, or whatever. Atheism is the first step to Islam because it's you're saying there is no God, but but you need to add but God. Like there's no, and that's what I don't know. I just dig that. But like that concept of like atheism tries to like mold this like impossible paradox into the shape of the earth. Like it has to have that corporeal justification. And even if they were even if dude, even if the globe be right, like I've said to these guys 1,000 times, like it's not even like what you do, it's how you do it. Because by sticking to boats going over the curve of the earth and dying on that hill, it's like you guys just made a holy mountain for flat earth. You know what I mean? Like that is the holy mountain of flat earth. And it's a molehill if they let it go.
Dude, every time they come in here and they pull shit like they did on you guys the other day, I just keep thinking, oh man, they're making more flat earthers right now. It's like they're literally like the fucking you could almost like see the steamboat, engine that's going puff, 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 puff. Like the fucking flat earthers are just popping right out the other side of the machine.
Well, yeah, man, Rupert Sheldrake, man, I love what he said. He said the enemies of an idea are the ones that spread it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like it's almost like you don't have to talk to people about flat Earth because they've already got an opinion about it at this point. Like so much Overton window of shit has been opened up, and flat Earth has been at the fucking forefront of all of it. And I think
Yeah,
it's
for
awesome
a
because
while.
flat Earth has kept these people busy talking about flat Earth while all the other conspiracies have slipped in underneath. You know what I mean? So all the other conspiracies of like, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, like everybody knows about the IRS, everybody knows about the Vatican, everybody knows about there's alternative history to the United States, something about 1870s, fucking. They all got fucking some kind of conspiratorial angle at this point in the game. Like,
Hey,
you know,
what's really cool, guys?
what's that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No, go on,
Or I
man.
could.
Go on. You're good.
Yeah, thank you. I want to be brief. So lately I've been. Oh man. So paperwork from Russia about the Mir space station and its primary cause of what it was doing, right? Uh, maybe it was linked in somehow with NASA, but yeah, its primary cause was to circle and maintain visual on the North Pole in the very north, the tippy top, right? And there's been these videos, nothing like AI. I mean, it's so original, but yeah, it shows the energy, electromagnetic energy, or ether, or spirit, or some kind of plasma, whatever you want to call it, is coming out of the North Pole. Man, such a strong vibration and pulsating like an oscillating orange and green, just like you would see what they call the ionosphere, right? And I'd love to somehow get it to y'all, man, because
Throw it
it's
in
just
the, what
beautiful,
do you
man.
call it?
Yeah.
If you put a link in the live stream text, put a link, or something.
Okay, gotcha,
If you
man.
got a link to it. Also, Gio, did you see your boy Trump fucking talking about how the land is so flat? He's like, it's so flat out there, it's super flat. That land is so flat. Like I was surprised, like the flat earthers haven't. I'm surprised Weiss hasn't got a video up already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so flat because it's like he's talking about I forget what he's talking about, but he's like, it's so flat. And he's talking about having maybe Kansas. I forget what the fuck it is. I was surprised. Like, I don't know if you've heard about that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're winning, dude. It's fucking pretty dope. Hopefully, God knows.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put it in there now. You said live stream text, the one that says number 2 on it.
No, I think one live stream text
Oh,
one. This would be live stream
live stream
one,
stuff.
so that's for live stream one.
Got you.
Sometimes
I just want to make sure it goes through. If you guys don't mind, let me know if it does. 1 second. Backspace there, here. Now, it starts about 40 seconds. The guy has a stream, right? And he gives his spiel about, welcome, we're going to go through this and that. And then it begins around 40 seconds. But if you get time, watch the whole video because it's a lot of things tie in together with the North and South, which I think is pretty cool. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to be so loud there. All right, I'm going to try to mute up, guys.
You guys want
Hey,
to fuck with the music for a minute or not?
I always like good music. Hey, I'm going to say this one thing. It does tie into what I just posted. So I have a video from like 1994 or 95 when they were doing the STS missions. Now I know a lot of people don't believe in all the NASA stuff, and I'm sure a lot of that shit's fake. But they're speaking of they had lost visual on the Mir space station, right? And there were all these little dots, and it looked just like stars. Let me put it that way. And you could see the Earth in the background, and all these little dots of light were, between whoever was, viewing through the satellite and the Earth. And they kept saying, "Well, we're trying to locate Mir at the moment." Oh shit! But they kept trying to find the Mir space station, and they were admitting it. And it was pretty cool. But all these stars and luminaries were zipping by like what people call quote unquote shooting stars, right? Or meteorites or whatever. And these things were traveling so fast, it had to be faster than light. I mean, in my opinion. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. They're zooming in and out trying to find the Mir space station, and there's like there's probably 100,000 or more dots of light. Anyway, I'll drop it there. I can put that in here too if y'all want me to. Just let me know.
Is that some Hollywood shit?
Yeah, I think that was some kind of mission that went a long time ago, and then they damn it, what was I about to say? Yeah, there was a photographer. I guess later on down the road, he never came back, and they found his equipment somewhere below the surface. I don't know. A lot of this stuff is fantastical, but I mean, it is what it is. Uh, it's the truth to me. So,
Yeah, I think they're ready for that music, Issa. Drop that shit.
All right, I'm just zoning out over here a little bit. Let me know if you get to look at the mic. This song's about how guys who like rockets. Yeah, rich guys like rockets, and so do the lames. These rich guys making rockets. Tricky, they go to space. Rich guys like rockets. So do the babes. Sounding all right?
That's sick, dude.
Let's see here. This stuck's on a drum beat. I'm like stuck in
Bro,
this.
you're just stringing us along. Come on.
What's up?
You're stringing us along.
Totally tangible.
Here we go.
Let's see if I can get it on this one.
Yeah, I put another thing in the text. It just took me a minute, but I dropped it in there for y'all.
The sun is totally tangible. You could get there if you really wanted to. The sun is totally tangible. You could get there if you really needed to. I like it.
that guitar is hard. It's hard, bro.
What's that?
I was just saying that guitar is hard, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Is it you, or do you use like software, or do you play the instrument?
I just got a little loop pedal. I got a loop pedal and like a
Okay.
little effect.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
The sun is totally tangible. Get there if you really needed to. Yeah. The sun is totally tangible. Get there if you really wanted to, but you don't want to. No. You just wanna come on down and complain about how things ain't that way that you say, yeah, but the sun, hold on, baby, it's totally tangible. Get there if you really needed to. Should have joined the military with designs on going into the Air Force so you could join NASA, become an astronaut. Cause anyone can be an astronaut. Yeah. Anyone can be an astronaut. Well, anyone can be an astronaut. Anyone can be an astronaut.
Hey, bro, you mind if I sing a little bit with you?
Yes, please sing.
That's hard, brother.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. No, I was just feeling that beat, man. It was just kind of coming around to me some words he was talking about. That's nice. I'll wait though.
Yeah, please, man. Actually, I just got to do. I'm 2
Hey.
minutes busy. One sec.
I got something to say to Issa whenever he gets back.
Oh, the
I'm
soundboard
listening. I'm
working.
listening. I'm just busy.
Okay. Well,
Issa, I
I'll.
loved it. That was amazing. Thank you for that.
Okay, real
Hey, what
quick.
up?
I just wanted to say I was thinking of words as well, but based on what you were saying, it's something intangible
Oh
that
no, it's
us
an old school.
you.
Yeah, it's the sun is totally tangible. You could get there if you really
Oh, the
needed
sun
to.
is totally tangible. I
Yeah, you
thought
could
you
get
said
there
it's
if you really
something,
needed to. Yeah, yeah. It's
but
yo, I love the line. It's like should have joined the military with designs on going to the Air Force so you could join NASA, become an astronaut. Anyone could be an astronaut. Yeah, it's a big. We made fun of this one chick a long time ago, and it spawned that song.
very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, she was telling us
Mhm.
that anyone could be an astronaut, and like we should have went to school since we were kids. Hilarious.
You make me want to break my lyrics out and see if I could put any of them to your music because I write lyrics. I have tons I haven't even come close to producing in any way, you know?
Send him a sample and see if he's interested.
Yo, Uber sent me some shit the other day that he made from that little like thing over there, and he freaking oh my god, have you guys heard it? Has Uber sent you anything that he made? Because it's fucking phenomenal, dude. Dude, he
Like,
sent
did
me.
he make it or AI?
He must have he took a recording from this chick from the other night and turned it into this banger. Like straight up, it's a banger. Like I wish he was here right now. Like I'd be like, oh Uber, there you are, dude.
He's here.
Dude, this
He's
shit is
here.
fire, bro. I'm like literally you should play it for everybody. You did dude, if you did all that shit on it, holy shit. I don't know how you converted that to that. And like you immediately should show that to homegirl and like it's just great, dude. Great job, dude, really.
Yeah, it's Issa's. The background is Issa's music, and it's her singing. And he put it together in AI, and it's pretty fucking awesome.
Just hold is that oh my god, dude. It's so slick how it got done. Holy shit.
No, thank you, man. I was just fucking around with the computer program. You provided the music, bro. And she provided the words.
He's like, I'm just putting it together. Can we hear some of this famous song that we haven't heard yet? Or I haven't heard it yet.
Dude, I don't know how you could drop it, Uber, but it's fucking badass, man. That thing is fucking I'd be like, you know,
Um,
like fucking
am I
that shit was cool.
am I am I allowed to share my screen in here and I can play it?
Probably people that we have to probably tune in. Can you play it over just the audio, I wonder?
Or I can just drop it in the chat.
That shit's fire, bro. I really like that a
Oh,
lot.
It's hard because I think somebody was trying to say they wanted to sing over like while you were playing. It's like hard with Discord because the lag to sync up, and so stuff like AI where you just take two things that existed separately and combine it. It's kind of cool.
That's
That
true.
makes sense.
Because if two people, if even if Issa was playing and then someone else started singing, it would just clip Issa or vice
Yeah,
versa.
you know who's good at that, dude? Is Snacks. Me and Snacks used to be able to get away with it somehow. I forget. We always had a nice little. He was so good at complimenting it. It's like it's a little art to play with somebody on here. I think. Like, you definitely
Yeah.
can't do drums. No, that much.
You know what you could do is you'd play like a little riff and then someone would almost not speak out poetry but like sing the bit of the song and then you play your riff and then you continue the song and then but just back and forth like tag
Like a back
teaming.
and forth. Yeah, and that's cool too because how cool is it when someone's just playing and then someone just jumps in and they add to it and then they just keep going. I mean, that's like I love that. I'm here for that. Please, somebody do that. Whoever has the balls to do it, I would love to hear it.
I got big balls, so I'll lead the way, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But I
You came out of nowhere with that crooked smile. Made me feel something I ain't felt in a while. I thought the search was over, I could finally breathe. Then a punch to the gut took the wind out of me. Now I'm broken, is it showing? Can you see the tears are flowing? Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this was part of God's plan? 'Cause I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't remember a time when I didn't know your name. Your voice runs through my head, I can't sleep through the pain. First kiss was magic, that old beat up track. If wishing and hoping could only bring you back. Now I'm broken, is it showing? Can you see the tears are flowing? Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this was part of God's plan? 'Cause I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I couldn't help but believe you were meant for me. When you held me, it felt like the world was complete. How could you be gone? You were here for so long. Still so much I wish I could say in this song. Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this is part of God's plan? I just don't think I can stand it, 'cause I don't understand. I don't understand. I only understand. Could I have one more chance? That's it. You came out of nowhere with that crooked smile. Made me feel something I ain't felt in a while. I thought the search was over, I could finally breathe. Then a punch to the gut took the wind out of me. Now I'm broken, is it showing? Can you see the tears are flowing? Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this was part of God's plan? 'Cause I don't know. Your voice runs through my head. I can't sleep through the pain. First kiss was magic. That old beat up track. If wishing and hoping could only bring you back. Now I'm broken. Is it showing? Can you see the tears are flowing? Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this was part of God's plan? 'Cause I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I couldn't help but believe you were meant for me. When you held me, it felt like the world was complete. How could you be gone? You were here for so long. Still so much I wish I could say in this song. Does she love you better than I can? Does she make you feel more like a man? Is the grass really green, or do you feel more seen? Or do you think this is part of God's plan? I just don't think I can stand it, 'cause I don't understand. I don't understand. I really understand. Could I have one more chance? That's it.
Lyrics, it was just kind of like a 4-liner. I could add to it, make it an 8-liner. But when he was saying the sun is tangible, I was thinking that the heat we feel. What was his name? Is damn, I'm trying to. Some, is that short for? Is that okay? Is some?
Isa.
Yeah, go
Isa.
ahead, brother.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was just thinking, like, I like spelling things out and kind of keeping the subject matter, but like when you were talking about the sun, it made me think of heat. So I was thinking, like, the SUN is TANGIBLE. It's easy to see that the astronauts are swimming up in the sea, in the waters above, something like that, kind of, where the sun resides. Yeah, just something simple like that. Nothing major.
Okay, so after Isa's 2-minute break, because he said he needed 2 minutes, like, do you want to try to do that? Like where he plays and then you kind of just make up stuff and like without any expectation. Like it could be crap, but who cares? Like you're just doing it kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. I would just have
Sure.
to let the beat run for a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that. That'd be
RG.
done.
So what you said when you're like, I got big balls or whatever, it made me think of a really ridiculous parody to the song I like big butts and I cannot lie. So it's like, I got
Yeah,
big balls and I cannot lie. These other ladies can't
yeah,
deny. Because when I walk in with my little frown, I don't know, it would be horribly what is it? Gutter humor essentially. Like it would just be terrible that. But
yeah, yeah. Like, yeah,
you can do a whole
some
parody. I
trashy
mean, the
message,
first one
but just
isn't
funny.
much better. So
It's true. That's funny. Uh,
just have the male
Yeah, man.
version.
I
Yeah.
just anything repetitive. If he could let the beat run, yeah, I'll think of something for sure.
mhm.
Right. Yeah. That's how I when I do freestyle, I don't have any of those like online, but I'll freestyle and I'll put a beat on and I just sit and listen to that beat and sometimes I'll start it over and over until and I'll take words I've written, I'll try stuff I haven't written. It's pretty fun, man. I love it.
Did you say big balls? And I cannot lie. Why wouldn't you do big nuts? It rhymes with butts.
Hey,
Ah,
that's a good one. See, we're moving
okay.
forward. I might have to write it down. Get back to you guys in a week or so.
I got sweaty nuts that attract these flies. Other brothers can't
Oh,
deny. Damn the
no.
smell when it
That's
comes
a
up.
good one.
Uh,
Golly.
Yeah.
he said, golly.
I got I got big nuts that attract these flies. My other brothers can't deny that when I walk in, the smell comes, and then we all got. I don't know. I'm done, but you get the idea. Holy fuck! Sorry, no
Yeah,
stamina.
man. I got
So
big
I
nuts that
swear.
attract these
really hope
flies.
it's better. I hope it's better than that. I'm just saying. I hope it's better.
Other brothers can't deny. That I walk up
No,
in the
yeah, you can.
room playing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can really, when you're writing it down, you can really work with it. I put the original song on, and then I just go beat for beat, word for word, and try to find words that match and rhyme, and you come up with sentences that have about the same number of syllables, to match the beat. Then you just gotta have somebody to make music for you, and that's where the AI comes in. You can write all the lyrics and they put it to a beat.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
was
did
just
that, but I've heard that it's easier. I'm gonna land it with this. I got a bunch of songs that I've written that I've never put down on any kind of record or track. But if you're interested while you're waiting, I could maybe read some songs. Yeah, it's up to you.
read one.
Okay, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Let me go to my Google Notes here. Okay,
Like
this
read
one,
your favorite one.
I put a. Oh, sorry. Say that one more time.
I just said read your favorite one. Like I was trying to help you. Like if you were deciding, but it sounds like you're
Gotcha.
decided. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's kind of a play on, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's different, but I like it. Let me go down, down, down. I am. I think it's on the other side. Hold on, let me go to my archives. Yep, 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 yep. Oh, this one I wrote. I have two sons. Some of these songs are kind of deep. You know what I mean? It's not playful. It's just like things that I've went through or I've seen around me that kind of people went through. But I'll go ahead and read it and stop yapping about it. Okay, it says, lonely soul, such a long road, so misunderstood around those who should know. But still he sees where he needs to go, the vision of what they call an old soul. Surrounded by evil, brave like Knievel. Rare type, he's got a gift unlike other people. To be so young, but to know so much. Most would lose grip, but he's never lost touch. Are you seeing this angel in disguise? Do you see that his eyes stay in the skies? I do. Son, just keep your eyes on the prize. No matter what brings you down, you can rise. And I gotta mention this positive intentions. When he speaks truth, it's like an intervention. He'll hit you, get you with them action verbs. Make no mistake, pure power in them words. That was the kind of the first part. Second part says, I don't have a hook. Okay, so much misrepresentation in the youth. Parents' eyes turn the wrong way. That's the truth. Why can't you talk to them like a human? You're going to lose them. Every word out of your mouth is going to soothe them or bruise them. And soon you're going to start piling political laws up on them, molding a little, molding a little, molding them a little. It's time. Oh, damn it. Wow, I think I messed that one up. I need to rewrite that. Okay. I think he holds the Holy Grail. Let's fill his cup up, or fill up his cup. Take a sip. Let's pass it around. That holy water heals his soul. Let's help him get found. No past, no future. It's only right now. We need to start choosing. Do we backtrack or forward? Can we start moving? Losing a battle with the ones he loves puts them scars on him, but he forgives so quick, so deep down. I know he wants to help him. And just like that, the process proceeds with love stepping in, undeniable. Who's this man? He's the one that brings it real, no pretend. Sorry, I messed up a little bit there.
Ooh, that was fire. That was so good. That was
Like
good.
that one.
That
Thank
was
you.
good. I just when I thought, okay, is it gonna? You always kind of think like, oh, this is really gonna do anything for me. Yeah, he at every turn, I thought. I mean, you got me at every turn. It was, yeah, it definitely evoked emotion, moved me in different specific parts. Or like I have favorite parts of it, but that was really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Fuck's sake, you don't realize how good that was. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'll finish with this one, and I'll pass the mic here. It's called "Wish Upon a Star." So many wishes in this life I whisper towards an early eastern sky, with wishful thinking that it'd be heard, captured, then read by the sunrise, and maybe even deeply ponder on the words in the wish I spoke to the star I wished upon. Love at first sight, my own skylight. I speak with with God's every dark night. Damn it, I wish I remember that word. All right, destined to be so, it was only right. My heart was settled on it, so I gripped it tight. Twinkle, twinkle, little light, so high, please grant just one little wish so I can get by. Fully prepared to keep a secret, seeking understanding of my life's meaning. As I'm daydreaming, asking silent questions, inner voice scenarios presented gave me answers. Man, I swear it's something about a cancer's love for them diamonds in the sky as they're dancing. Tightly clinging to the hopes of hearing back. Plenty time to kill, so eyelids go back. Lucid trip, unfamiliar tracks, and angel led the way, a straight path to face my reality hack. Drifting off as I start to rise, at peace with it all, flirting with them starry skies. I wonder what you are, is what I used to ask, eager to see under that mysterious mask. Then talk face to face and figure out how you consider which wishes make it through. Because if I wish for things upon you, I'm going to need your expectations of my future wishing. I pray that those I sent haven't went missing. If so, then I wish you'll continue listening. That was the first one. Second verse is okay. As a kid, felt like it was all a dream, trying to talk to stars. Now I see that they're alive inside me. So a better view from where I stand seemed to help this man gain light to understand. Soon enough, I'm conversating with the one I wish upon the ceiling of heaven. It was I was standing on, kind of like what it says in the Bible. You can stand on it, the firmament. Okay. Language of the stars only heard inside my heart. Now clearly I see what a wish is meant to be. You see, spiritually, I'm a thoroughbred rebel seeking answers on a highway to heaven. A heavy-headed veteran, a universal brethren born into this life on month 7. Lucky like 11, born on 14. All wished me well, so I guess I should give props to that wishing well. Because they must have come true. Till this day, I haven't fell. And still tell truth of what stars do. If you only knew, certain vibrations create love, the frequency of heaven sent from above. Something like a visit from a spirit, sent from afar, only one white dove asking you to come near it. Be fearless, a key in its beak. So you can't get bit, but it's really me disguised as serious. My light is fully lit. Goals are super serious, so if you hit this situation with proper education, it can change a generation. People's hearts only need a spark. Look up and turn the senses off. Speak to any one star. Almost done, guys. Hold on. Say, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are up above the world so high, living in my sky. Looking like a diamond, loyal for millennia to the position God graciously has given you. So truth is the wishes that I witnessed, granted by you, made me a believer. So fully now I believe in you. That's it. I know that was kind of long, but there you go.
I feel like, at the very end, I wanted you to end it with like witness, something like witness, and it rhymed too. But I
Yeah.
loved it. Thank you so much for sharing. That's just me. Anyone else? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought it was very inspirational, especially with your story. I think you have a great mindset and you are a very inspirational person.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
There are parts of it
All
that
right.
were super unpredictable, which I love. I thought it was going to go one way and it went another. And yeah, it, it was really, you're a smart human. Cool. I'm glad I got to
Thank you.
witness.
Yeah, the thing is, man, I've wrote so much, I've had so much time, but I don't know the right frequency of the beat and like the tempo and stuff. I really don't know what to lay it down on. I know I should just try, but those kind of songs don't need a hook, or they just need a really short kind of introduction, because it is very deep and it can be some people can get lost in it, or they're not following it.
Yeah, I would say you should create a hook, and then I would say just do it, and somebody like, for example, Uber Flat Earth can record it and put it to AI to try different beats out and see what you like and what you don't like. But I definitely would create a hook if I were you, at the very least.
Oh, you made me think of something. Yeah, you made me think of something. You know how when we were kids and it was like, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what, that kind of tempo.
Mhm.
Maybe just do that,
And then just something drops hard and then you go. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be nice. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know of any software with AI and stuff. Does anyone know a good
Uber does.
place to
Uber.
go,
No,
or?
listen to me. Listen to me right now. Talk to Uber Flat Earth. He's in here right now. Message him. He knows what he will point you in the right direction. He did it with Issa, another woman who she wrote her own song, sang the lyrics without any music. Issa played some stuff, and he combined the two somehow. So with this software, so it's called Suno.
Okay.
But
Mr. Uber?
Joshua, are you here? Uber.
Are you saying Uber will get you where you want to go to?
Yeah. But that was funny. Yeah. So Uber, you're here. So yeah, talk to RG. He really wants to put music to his lyrics. But like I said, RG, I think you should get a hook first.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Uber, nice to meet you, bro.
What's up,
So
man?
those are very long verses. They're like 16 lines each. Would that be problematic with trying to, come up with something, a short hook, but in the middle, or the beginning and the middle of those 16 lines? Would it be too long, you think?
I don't think so, dude. Um, I think it'll be okay. You can mess around with it and see what works.
Sweet. Yeah. If I can you direct me, and then what if I like paid you a little bit of money or something somehow, and like maybe
Dude,
I don't know, or we
this,
just take
this,
time and
this is just fun, man. That's all.
right on. I agree.
But
It is fun, right?
I sent you a friend request, bro. So whenever, yeah, whenever you want, let's get together and work on something. That'll be fun.
And we do open mic nights and stuff around here, and then so you could also come in and like try out your things, and like other people might have ideas too to like with different lyrics and stuff that you have. Other people might like there are some people might just jump in and start playing with you. That's what it's like sometimes. So definitely follow Uber to or friend request me, and we do open mics and stuff a lot. But yeah, the Isa comes to, for example, a couple other people that are in these arenas, but it's just fun. It's fun anyway. It's because there's a lot of toxicity on fucking Discord, so it's nice.
Hey, so I see the add friend button up on the top right. Um, Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm unfamiliar with Discord because I don't come here a lot. But do I just type your name there?
So do you see at the bottom notifications? You should have like a one
Yeah.
next. Okay, that's probably his friend request. So click on that.
Let's see. Invite friend. No, crisp.
Okay. All right, Uber, you gotta tell him because I'm not Discord savvy. If that's the
Yeah,
case,
I'm
I'm
literally
prepared.
I'm literally not even yelling, but I'll try to turn myself down. How
Dude,
about
I
that?
got you at 100%, and you sound fine to me.
Oh,
Okay.
well,
I was making
no.
a joke
You got
because
a
his name's
strong
Yeah,
voice.
no,
AJ.
I think he is a little loud because I've already got him turned down, and I need to turn him down more.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
but it's
literally. My girlfriend's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
he just came in off the rip like close everything out. Like I think it's your voice. I think it's your voice. Yeah, I don't think
Sorry.
it's volume. I don't think it's settings. I think it's just the way you talk.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Too
Oh, it's
many
his
Iron Maiden
microphone.
concerts as a teenager. I don't think maybe my hearing isn't the greatest.
I got you, man. I got you. Friend requested, accepted.
Awesome. Good.
So, are you available usually during the day or night like this?
Usually towards the evening. Like after like 5 or 6 or something.
Okay, I'll try to find you around 7 or 8 tomorrow then.
Alrighty.
Hey, thank you, Allison, and thank you to everybody else. I appreciate y'all's, time and everything.
Can I make a request?
What do you got? What's that?
Do you play the Bill Withers "Ain't No Sunshine"? Do you play that? I
I
forget.
don't play that. No. I know the song now.
That's right.
Yeah, no, actually, what is it? It's like pedal's not working. Some fucking sunshine, she's gone. That one. It's not one when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no Oh, I messed up my own drumming. Hold on. This is what the problem with this thing is. Let's see here. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. That's about all that's getting out of me right now. Hope that worked.
Hit us with a little welcome to the show, or how about some Maxwell Chikambutsu or something? Are you taking requests?
Maxwell Chikambutsu. I'm trying to think. How can I could work Maxwell chicken boots.
Didn't you have
Invented.
a whole
Yeah, I can
song?
make this
You had a
happen.
whole
Hold on.
Maxwell Chikambutu song.
I can make this happen. Now, hold on. Let's gotta get the right drum beat, Jeremy. It sucks trying to get the fucking right drum beat. It's really too much. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's really demanding investigation to north to south, circumpolar navigation. Cause I don't feel alright. No, 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 no. Said I don't feel alright. Going to bed tonight with your satellites crashing down, crashing down. Ooh. Respect from Andy Maxwell Chikumbutsu. Deep in the heart of Africa, giving free energy and TV and internet. Oh, big up Maxwell Chikumbutsu. In the heart of Africa, giving free energy to everyone except the Chinese, cause America, America, America. Yeah, you stupid motherfuckers out America, America. Oh, you like that, bro? Maxwell Chikaputsu, whoa, whoa. Can you come to America, bring us free energy, where it's gonna be tax-free? And everyone's gonna hate Donald Trump, but it's gonna be good anyway, because that's alright. They're not that smart to realize how good it's gonna be when everything is tax free and tariffs aren't gonna be such a big deal. When we're making everything in America. That's for you, Jeremy. Yeah, it's really too much. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yes, independent investigation in the JFK assassination. Said I don't feel alright. No, 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 no. Said I don't feel alright. Going to bed tonight with your satellites compressing down, pressing down, compressing down. That's it. Maxwell chicken butzel. Maxwell chicken butzel. Maxwell chicken butzel. Maxwell chicken butzel. Ah! Maxwell chicken. Yeah. Like a Maxwell chicken boots, bro. You hear me at all or no?
It was good. The vocal audio isn't perfect, but everything, yes, we definitely heard that. I mean, I feel like you have heard it. Thanks.
Cool.
What if I get Lorena in here?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
she,
heard it, but what was that? The remix or something, bro? You
Yeah.
changed the whole song.
Yeah, I know. It's for you. It's about Maxwell chicken boots in America and bringing free energy to America, like Jeremy.
You had to throw Trump in there, didn't you? Though you
Oh,
couldn't. You
fucking
couldn't
right.
do it without throwing Trump.
I hope you liked it. Ah.
do you ever go on video and show your?
Who, me?
Mhm.
I used to actually, but I just I got away from it. I don't know. I mean, not that I give a shit. You know what I mean? But
No, yeah, it was just like something like not even like showing your face or anything if you don't want to. Just I like watching people play, but that's all right.
yeah, I'd probably have to like sign out or activate my fucking. I could do it in a little bit. It's an alternative time. It's an alternative album. Yeah, I used to have some lyrics to it, but I just can't fucking remember.
Just
Yeah, I'll leave it at that because I don't have any lyrics for it right now. I'll just sit there listening to that for hours.
it blows my mind. You have the audacity to interrupt any conversation by just starting playing, but you don't have the audacity to just start riffing lyrics.
Yeah, I just don't. I got tunes. I thought I had lyrics to that one. It's kind of funny. I was hoping sometimes, like, if I play a song, it'll just come to me. And then, like,
You just keep it up in your head, or do you have it written down? Anything?
no, it's all in my head, actually.
All right.
Yeah. Most of it is just in my head. I wish I could remember these fucking lyrics. Yeah, let me see. Sun, not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. The sun is the okay. The moon isn't what they say. 600 miles using stars. Our only compass was our hearts. Losing love too much to bear. Tell the story, make it fair. Sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. The sun is not so far away. Yeah. The moon isn't what they say. sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. Everything that glitters is not gold. This year is the sad she cries, and all the poets wonder why. The sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what they say.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, I gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
We
I
don't
can't
have
do the
soundboard
soundboard.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I
we
know.
I don't know. That's the best I can do. Even my claps don't come through on here, so that's the best.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get my setup again. Fucking I haven't had it set up like
Yeah,
to be able to play it. So,
I thought you just got your setup.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just set it up, so it's like, or I've had this set up, but I
Working
haven't
out
had
the
it set up
kinks.
to be able to play.
Ah, okay. If Lorena comes in here and she wants to sing "Ain't No Sunshine," are you down to play?
I maybe.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay. I'll take that as a hard yes. Okay.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
All
But yeah,
right. You're
I
joking.
may. Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, we'll see.
Nation, I guess. For me.
Wait, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean, Cavendish, right?
two balls in a fucking. You know what I mean? Like, just
Things to fall towards.
Balls, pendulum balls.
lights come crashing down.
Like a visit from a spirit.
That's about all that's getting out of me right now. It's an opportunity. Time. It's an opportunity. Yeah, I used to have some lyrics to it, but I just can't fucking remember.
Just
Yeah, I'll leave it at that because I don't have any lyrics for it right now. I'll just sit there listening to that for hours.
Then they would fall to like the center. That's assuming that we live on a flat Earth.
Explain this. How does Cavendish?
What the bending and warping of space time? Which, yeah, but the technically, if you're
Cool. To like sign out or activate my fucking. I could do it in a little bit. It's an upturn time. It's an alternate time. Yeah, I used to have some lyrics to it, but I just can't fucking remember.
Just
Yeah, I'll leave it at that because I don't have any lyrics for it right now. I'll just sit there listening to that for hours. So far.
all right.
Yeah, most of it is just in my head. I wish I could remember these fucking lyrics. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Sun, not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. The sun is the okay. The moon isn't what they say. 600 miles using stars. Our only compass was our hearts. Some love too much to bear. Tell the story, make it fair. Sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. The sun is not so far away. Yeah. The moon isn't what they say. Sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what they say. Everything that glitters is not gold. They see her mistress as she cries, and all the poets wonder why. The sun is not so far away. The moon isn't what it is.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah, I gotta do some stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
We
I
don't
can't
have
do the
soundboard
soundboard.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. That's
So it's like to know the globe is just to know is just to know what they tell you that you should know. Do you really know anything? Oh, I know if I know the radius of the Earth is 3959, what do I really know?
You know the model.
Sticks and shadows.
Swinging pendulums.
Lead
Balls.
shed balls.
Balls everywhere.
Ball fixation.
So many balls. Exploding balls, forming balls, spinning balls, attracting balls, pendulum balls. Like everything is a ball but the earth. Like toroidal fields, like the sky, many things have spherical things but the earth itself.
I mean, I think the Earth is spherical. Personally, I think most stuff revolves. I mean, atoms, on the diagrams look like balls, but they probably don't look that in real life. More like I don't know, clouds. Who knows?
Isa.
Waves,
Pause.
vibrating strings. Who knows?
Isa.
Yeah.
I think we should do. You're basically scoring this conversation. So when it takes a turn, you have to do something dramatic, like dun dun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Soundtrack to life.
I think the Earth is a globe because, I believe gravity exists, and that kind of fixes everything.
Yeah, yeah. Could you have like the effect of gravity of things falling down? Like could I drop a ball over a table and it'd still be okay? Like the flat table, if it was just like level.
What do you mean? I don't get the question.
I mean, would that work out like gravity? Like the reason that things go down. Could I just do it over a table and everything's all right?
Well, I mean, are you saying does the table have its own gravity, or what? What are you saying?
Yeah, like could things fall down over a flat surface?
Yeah, but yes, but not around the edges, because if you can imagine, everything's being pulled to the center point of mass. So the average, all the mass what's the center of that? And so if you're on the edges, then you're gonna get it's gonna be a hill type thing, where it'll feel like that because the center's kind of at a sharper angle to you. But or if you're right in the middle, then it's right below you, so it'll get pulled down. So yeah, I mean technically, if your flat thing was an infinite plane, then maybe, but that's all theoretical, and there's no way to because if you have a flat
Were you
plane,
saying
then
if
there
I
is no. If you have
if
an infinite plane, then there's no center, obviously. So it should be equal in all directions, or it should be equally pulling down, and everywhere you go.
I mean, could it be possible that if I hold two balls, or two marbles, over a flat table, that they both just fall down vertically, and that would be perpendicular to the horizontal table? That they actually don't move towards the center of the table?
Well, so if your table's your only object, so you don't have the Earth, you
That's
don't have
it.
any other body that's emitting gravity or whatever, then if you drop two balls, they would both one would go they both go to the center of the table. So if you
Hey,
have
what?
one on the edge, it would kind of fall in
I
the
just
middle.
mean in reality. Can you imagine in reality dropping two things 5 feet away from each other, and then remaining 5 feet away from each other until they hit a lake or the ground or whatever? Is that unimaginable?
It only works if your surface is curved, because then the gravity is the center point is
Yeah, just wipe everything from your mind except for a table. And remember, balls, lots of balls, everything's balls. They got two balls, two marbles. Just in reality, could you imagine holding them at arm length apart, dropping them, and them not converging to a point?
No.
You can't imagine that. Have you ever seen something drop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen two things drop?
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen them converge?
No, because it's
okay. So you can imagine it, or you cannot imagine it.
So I mean, I can imagine it, but it just
you can imagine reality, what you've seen in reality, but you can't imagine it.
If I have a table floating in space, I can't think of a way.
Do you think that when somebody says flat Earth, that they're telling you that you're a disk floating in space?
No, I don't believe that. I'm just saying that when I say floating space, I just mean I mean, obviously, if you have the Earth below the table, or some other mass that's emitting gravity below the table, then that's going to change how they fall. So when I say floating space, I just mean if it's just the table
in free space,
nothing else.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Some people do come in.
Yeah, I basically just mean if it's in a literal vacuum, so there's nothing else, no other forces, and it's just a table, and we're gonna assume this table has sufficient mass to cause things to fall quick enough, so you're not just sitting there while they slowly drift together over hours, actual falling. Then I can't imagine a world in which they wouldn't converge, because gravity. I mean, it's
All right, even though you've seen it plenty of times, almost every time you've ever seen things fall, they fall straight down. And when I say straight down, it typically things fall vertically,
yes,
people,
which is perpendicular to the to the ground, but that they only flow vertically because if you imagine like uncurving the Earth, like kind of like we'll simplify it to the second dimension, but the Earth is like a circle, and instead of like a ball, and so people stand on the outside ring of the circle. And then you drop a ball, right, and it will fall wherever you put it. It'll fall.
No,
To
I
the
know.
center,
I mean, I understand
right?
that the claim is that the Earth is
Yes,
a globe,
but
and that gravity is a
if
force.
you unwrap that
Yeah.
circle, then make it flat. The center of gravity is still the same because it's like you average. The center of mass is the center of gravity, and they fall towards that. So the only way to have them fall and stay like parallel while falling, well, I mean, stay perpendicular to the ground while falling, is to have the center like the to have a curved ground, because otherwise the center is going to be like a different angle, like when you're
Where's the
falling.
center?
I don't know. You're holding a model in your mind pretty strongly. Are you able to like detach yourself from it to entertain the idea that every
Well, the
time
thing
in
is,
reality you've
no,
observed something falling, it only fell vertically?
yeah, but that's only because of like gravity doesn't work on like that on a flat. I mean, you could theorize
I
other
mean, we haven't
forces
really
that
defined
would work on
gravity,
a
but I'm
flat.
just talking about an object falling and the direction that it falls relative to another object that falls. Yeah. If I
Yeah,
hold up
and
if I hold up two plumb bobs, which is like a
mhm,
falling weight on a string,
yeah,
in reality, you've observed it in reality of them being the same distance away from each other,
hmm
but you can't
and
imagine it now when we talk about it right now.
well, if you say like, can you imagine it? I mean, I can imagine like
Reality, can you
anything. I can
imagine
visualize
reality?
it.
Like the left side of your door and the right side of your door are both vertical and it's perpendicular to the top of your door that's horizontal. You can imagine vertical
hmm
and horizontal in
Well,
reality,
I'm
right?
just it doesn't like, so with the table example, because like the way gravity works is like defined, right? You can't make it work any other way.
Okay.
It's
Okay. All right.
but you
I got
could.
dinner.
That's
Go.
not what. Yeah, no one brought that up. We was just asking you if you can drop things.
Yeah,
I know
but
it's
like
really, listen, it's in you. You got it in you, man. But I do got to eat soon.
okay, yeah. I'm just saying that like gravity, if you're using like gravity as it's defined by like relativity, then they would fall to like the center point. They wouldn't fall parallel. But
Where's the
if you're
center?
like the center of mass of the table. Um, but if you suppose another force, right? Like I don't, like a electrostatic or whatever, or steam buoyancy, then it could work on a flat Earth. But gravity does not work with flat Earth because the people on the
So I
edges
can't
would.
drop things if the Earth is flat.
Well, I mean, you can, you just can't use gravity because gravity doesn't work
Why not?
with flat planes. Because, like I said before, gravity like pulls equally in all directions, and so it tends to crumple things into balls.
Is gravity different from just the effect of things falling?
Well,
Is it something else?
gravity is, a property of relativity, and it's what the bending and warping of space-time, which changes the, position of objects based on like, because when they move through time, if the time's curved, then they can also move through space. And so it causes, things to fall towards other things with
How do
mass.
you know that that's real?
Because it's
Robot.
Some kind of crumbling something into a
Robot.
wall.
That was a nice robot.
How do you know it's real?
Blah.
Well, I have seen plenty of people do the Cavendish experiment, which seems to show a force of attraction between bodies with mass.
So
And
how's that different
there
from
are
dropping something?
Well, it's not. They are.
So
It's
so
also.
if I drop something and the Earth's flat, then that's gravity on a flat Earth.
No, because gravity, as it's defined as it functions, doesn't work on a flat Earth. You'd like I said, it'd
Well,
probably
it
fall towards
does.
the
You just
center.
said that you can drop stuff.
Yeah, you can drop stuff, but
So that's
if
gravity.
you, well, I I'm sorry, I'm having trouble. Oh, your robot's back.
But we can drop things on a flat Earth.
Well, that's assuming that we live on a flat Earth.
Yeah, assuming we live on a flat Earth, you can still drop things.
Yes, but it can't be gravity. It has to be something else. I mean, you can call it
Well,
gravity,
you
but
just
like
said
gravity as Einstein defined it, the bending and warping of space-time, would not function on a flat Earth because things would be pulled toward the center
Hey,
of
real
mass.
quick
And so,
though, something like a pet peeve of mine is like the idea, like when people say gravity, but like you guys are talking about gravitation, and just what we're doing is we're just saying that, like, I mean, you're arguing for gravitation.
oh yeah, I'm saying like gravity
Just
and
remember,
gravitation
just
as
remember, yeah,
Einstein
like,
defined it, right? With
right.
relativity.
Just keep that in mind too, because like
hmm
gravity, like, can totally be on a flat Earth.
hmm Yes, but it can't be the
Yeah,
same gravity that
just
like.
yes, fair
Yeah.
enough. I just mean, like, just
Yes.
linguistically,
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Right on.
Gravity
Good.
that's caused by like we'll say like mass attracting mass, which is simplistic. That doesn't really apply. It kind of
Well,
breaks
again,
down when it comes. But we'll just say for the sake of like argument, mass attracting mass.
it's gravitation. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we're arguing.
Well,
That's what we're arguing.
mass attracting mass is kind of like an expired version of gravity. That was refined by Einstein too.
Right, but
Yeah, yeah,
like, it's gravitation,
yeah, yeah. Gravitation is
not
so.
gravity. Like, technically,
Yes.
always feel
So
like
gravity,
technically.
if your definition of gravity is just like whatever force causes things to fall to the
Well,
ground.
no. Just like gravity means like just things have weight. Like the etymology of the term. Do you know about it? Do you know what I'm referencing? Like gravitas and shit. Just like it really just means weight. So when people say gravity can't happen on a fucking flat Earth, what I mean? I'm just thinking like linguistically, like gravity just means that there's something has weight, and
Yes,
obviously
yeah.
everything could have weight. So what you're actually arguing is for gravitation, and I just like clarifying that
Okay,
because
yeah, great.
yeah,
Thank you.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you know the difference between like something falling and your theoretical explanation for what causes that? Like, how do we get to the proof of that?
Well, it's the fact that Cavendish, right? You can have things that fall sideways if you're suspending them. They can pull together, and so that shows that it's not just a downward force, but a omnidirectional force.
Okay, that's just observing an acceleration, though. So
Yeah.
how do we prove the like bending and warping of space time, the center of mass? How do you prove
Well, okay,
all
so,
that?
so the center of mass can be demonstrated, right? It's if you have it's a bit more complex than just Cavendish, but if you have the same kind of setup with a torsion rod and you suspend these weights, you can see based on if you position like a block next to your torsion at the end of your torsion rod, and you move like to the like slightly further away, you can see the effect is
Hey,
weakened, and then the closer.
real quick, just consider what you're saying, and consider what you're allowing that to imply. Just for a second, step back. Whoa, two balls on a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, just consider what you're saying, because you're using it to prove something that's wild as fuck.
I'm not sure what you mean. I
The-
mean, if you could
I mean,
explain
like,
it
Bending
to me, that'd be great.
concepts
the
because you saw
idea,
balls.
that the concept you're trying to prove using the experiment that you're laying out. Consider the ridiculousness of it as you explain it. Even if you totally wholeheartedly believe in it, just take a step back. Look at it. Just take a step back and explain it. How does
Well,
Cavendish fucking prove gravitation?
okay, yeah. So I'll start from the like. I mean, essentially, if you just do the experiment, you can suppose a whole host of forces that are pushing these two objects together, but the observation still remains that these objects are coming together, and then you can kind of narrow down what it might be. So by changing the mass of the objects, and seeing that there is a relation to the mass with the the force of attraction. If you for example, like move if you have like a block and you move the block, then the attraction like weakens as you slide it further away from the center. So this shows that the force is originated from the center point or the center of mass, right? Of that block.
Or just the whole object.
Yeah, or well, but it but if it was a whole object, you get an equal pulling force on the edge of the block, right? So if you imagine a rectangular like steel beam, the force of like pulling is not equal at the end of the beam than like at the center of the beam.
So are you saying that this proves that like time is bending or something?
Well, no, that it's just like the groundwork, the like it's when you like this is just to establish that there is like this is more like explaining Newtonian gravity, which is that mass attracts mass, or that's what's observed, and it originates from the center of mass, the gravitational force.
So how does
And
that connect to space time?
So space time, right? It's is a product of relativity. So relativity is this I'm sure you know it's this theory by Einstein. That I mean it's a very like general. It covers a lot of things. So like there's symmetries, like time symmetry was predicted by relativity, and
There's lots of stuff,
yeah.
So do we now know?
And
Do we
one of
now
them
know?
is, and then one of them is bending over space time, which has been. So you probably don't believe in like the satellites that go into space and stuff, but I have not seen sufficient evidence to prove that they were faked. But one thing is that the satellites that orbit the Earth, or the satellites that I don't know how they work on the flat Earth, but
But
there are satellites.
before we get on the satellites, before we jump on the satellites, let's stick with this gravity thing. So,
Well, no, this
do
is
we,
is part of proving the bending working space time, because they're clocks on the satellites, because they are they
all right, man. Hold on. Before we get to the satellites, before the satellites, you have this theory. So you now know that that's why things fall, right? Because of the bending and warping of space time.
Well, no, so we know things fall, based on the mass that causes the thing. Like that's just the observation is that the mass causes things to fall. But the bending warping space time is can be demonstrated due to the fact that the clocks on satellites, because they're further away, like they're in a weaker like gravitational field, they're further up. They
Dude, I just have a yes or no question. Do we now know that that is why things fall because of bending and warping of space?
Not just with this one like observation Cavendish, but like I said, there's so you need to have multiple observations that correlate. So like I said, the clocks are
Okay, bro. So yes or no? It's a yes or no question. Do we now know that that's why things fall because the bending and warping of space time?
It's more complicated than that, but I would say no, not just with Cavendish. You need that's why I was explaining more examples.
What do you mean it's more complicated than that? You have a scientific theory. You've done the science. Do we now know why things fall?
Or are you saying with like all the science we've done, or like just with like this one experiment?
The general theory of relativity. It's a scientific theory. Do we now know why things fall?
I will say yes. Sorry, I was misunderstanding your question at
Oh,
first.
okay,
I'm
we
sorry.
do. But this could get overturned in the future, right? This could be
Well,
wrong, and then we wouldn't know why things fall. You'd be wrong thinking right now you know why things fall because you could be wrong in the
no.
future. Because you could be wrong in the future, and you it could be overturned, and then you'd have to say, well, oh, gee, I guess I didn't know.
No, not like so. Science isn't like you have this one theory that stands until it's overturned by a better theory. It's refined. So there could be aspects that are wrong. There could be, but the overall theory works because I mean the equations can be made can like make actual predictions that could like it could be verified. And the like I mean in the future you could have a different explanation. So maybe it's not like the mass bending working space time, but it's something with
Hold on, Rick.
the Higgs field or something. But the observations that time dilation occurs, and that all this it does, all the observations we have do fit this like current
Okay,
model.
okay. So it may in the future not be the bending of space time. It could be some other cause attributed to it. So you don't know right now if it's the bending and warping of space time that's causing the thing to
Well,
fall.
Well, it might not be the bending organ of space-time if you have a substitute for it, but it still needs to be able to explain essentially
Okay, let's try
the
this
bending organ
again.
of
Let's try it
space-time, which is
again.
like, the time dilation and the,
All
like
right.
bending
Okay,
of
man.
space.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. I'll give you a mulligan on that one. Do we know that things fall because the bending and warping of space-time?
I would say no is I mean, as well as, yeah, I will say as best we can with our current set of information.
I don't know. Is that
But
a
if you
yes
say
or a no?
like no,
Is
like
that a
for
yes
sure,
or
like
no?
is it like an objective fact? I'll say no because those don't exist in science. But it's
So you
yeah.
don't know if that's why things fall. So you've done science and you don't know.
Well, science can't know. Like, I mean, sorry, I'm getting like wrapped up in
Science
semantics
can't
here.
know? Bro, do
Science
you know
doesn't
what
deal.
science
What I'm saying is like, I mean, for science, for scientific theory to be like valid, it needs to be falsifiable. There has to be some like you can't have like objective facts in science. I mean, you can have incredibly well-supported theories that are,
All right.
that function
Okay.
to explain the
I
world,
gotcha.
but
I gotcha.
mhm.
So you're saying we do science and then we don't know after.
I'm saying you do science and then you get a better understanding of the world, but it's not like you can like say
But you don't know.
this is a
You don't
fact.
know after. Yeah, but you don't know after, right? You do science and then you don't know.
Well, I'm saying you do science and you know better, but you don't get, like I said, facts.
You don't know better. You don't know if that's it or not. You don't know.
What do you What do you mean? There's no objective facts in science?
I mean that like a theory has to be falsifiable. You can't like say that this is impossible to prove false or it's like, pseudoscience.
What does that have to do with what I said?
So a fact is like unfalsifiable. A fact is like 1 + 1 = 2. There's no data you could get to make 1 + 1 not equal 2. Whereas you could have the most well corroborated theory in science and still have some like something that could prove it false, right? There's still if you had this information, then it would no longer work, and so you'd have to find a different model. And so, I mean, an example of this is like you could say thermodynamics, entropy in a system always increases. But if you were to see a system where entropy was decreasing, then that would make that wrong. But because we haven't seen that yet, we can say with confidence that entropy
Well, that's a
always
law though.
increases.
That's not science.
Well, laws are, I mean, products of science. Laws and theories.
No.
No?
Yeah, that's not correct. But you have a lot of correlative proofs of space-time, like clocks and satellites, apparently, but none of it is actual concrete evidence of the fundamental claim. Like the claim that there's bending space-time. There's zero evidence of that.
Well,
you can
I'd
point
say,
to the clocks and say, "Oh, it's being caused by that," but you don't know that.
well, I mean, it's kind of hard to just like point to a thing and say like, oh, here's the space time
Yeah,
when
you can't
it's
do it.
yeah, but also like, why should we be able to? Science doesn't like really care, or
Well,
like
do you think it could
you
be a
say the
delusion?
actual world. You'd say,
Do you,
I mean, yeah, we could all be being tricked by Descartes' demon right now, but it.
I'll tell you why they should care and why that is what should happen in science. Because when you're doing
No.
science and you want to find the
Well, that
cause of
wasn't
an
like what I
effect,
meant. What I'm saying is like the natural world. If you had like you were God and you could see everything about the natural world, every aspect. The natural world wouldn't care to be like easy to understand or like simplistic or even like easy to prove. So like the cause for gravity could be something completely like abstract, and it could be like, and so we just have to kind of, with the like evidence that we have, come
just
up
make
with
yeah.
stuff
So
the
up?
you've done
best
your
explanation.
science. Yeah, so you've done your science and you don't know what's going on. You don't know why things fall still. I know, but that's ridiculous in my mind though, because in my mind, we do science, we know why things happen, then engineers take that and they make use of it because we know. Like for
Well,
example, if
yeah,
you were
but
going to figure
engineers.
out the cause For example, if you're going to figure out the cause of boiling water, it's easily provable of what's causing the water to boil.
Well, that's not necessarily true because you like there's you have to kind of like go back and say like, okay, water boils because there's a certain the heat is the energy of the atoms and they're all bumping around, and once they exceed a certain like energy, then their velocity causes them to escape and they go off and evaporate.
Well, you don't have to say all that. You just say,
why?
yeah, we put fire on water and it makes it boil. That's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you
that's
got a pot of water. You got a
that's just
pot
an
of
observation.
water,
That's just
and
like
then it
what.
doesn't boil, and it's sitting
Mhm.
on your table. You got a pot of water. It's just sitting on your table, not boiling.
Yep,
You
but
put the heat to it. You put the heat to it. It starts boiling. You take the heat away, it stops boiling. You put the heat to it, it starts boiling. That's
But
why
that's
things
just.
are
But that's
provable in
that's
science.
just
When you do real
no,
science,
no, because that's
when
not
you do real science,
science
bro, you're very
isn't.
long. Like you go on for a long time. I don't know.
Mhm. Well, sorry, but that's not like because science
Like,
is trying to like find out why
magic.
things happen, not just like because that's just like yeah, that happened. Sure, that's
Yeah,
an
because you
observation,
added fire to it.
but it doesn't have any like yeah. But why does
Hold on,
fire
man.
make the water
Nobody
boil?
interrupt anymore. No, nobody interrupt. All right, let's
Mhm.
do this with no interruptions.
Well, yes, but why does fire make the water boil, right? And you have to go a step down to the right to the lower level. You could say the heat energy is transferring the particles and they're going off. Okay, why does this cause like? I think science in the end is trying to figure out why, not just like what happens.
Yes, we're trying to figure out why the water boils, and we can answer that question by having heat as our independent variable and systematically manipulating it. We can't answer why the water boils, prove why the water boils using science because it's actual real science. And
Yeah,
we manipulate our independent
but you
we
can't just say
manipulate our
like
independent variable.
you
Hold
can't
on.
say the water boils because of
We
heat. You have
manipulate
to,
our independent variable. Asking why the heat makes the water boil, that's another question. That's not even in the category of questions I'm looking for. I'm just looking for what makes the water boil, and it's provable that it is the heat.
I guess I'm just more interested in mechanism than and not just like I mean, you could say that yeah, things fall to the ground. So like if you have the no ground, no things fall. But I'm just like more interested in the mechanism, the why, right?
Yeah, the mechanism of why the water boils is heat. We know that is the mechanism of the water boiling. As opposed to your pseudoscience of gravity and things falling, you don't know why that happens. However, we do know that heat can make water boil, but you don't know that it's the bending of space time because it's pseudoscience, straight up.
Yeah, but that's just like not. I mean, a sufficient explanation, I guess for me. I don't know. I just like you can't just say the heat makes the water boil. I mean, because
It's
then the next
demonstratable.
question is, yeah, sure, of course, heat makes water boil, but that's just an observation. You need to
It's not an
explain why.
observation. It's science. We can systematically manipulate heat as our independent variable and demonstrate
Yeah,
that
sure,
it
you remove
is in
heat, water
fact the
doesn't
heat.
boil.
That it is in
Heat,
fact the heat making the water boil.
yeah, why does
Whereas
the
with
heat
the
make the water
bending of
boil?
space time, that's another question that I'm not concerned with. We're just trying to figure out why the water boils. If you want to delve deeper into that, you can. Now, when it comes to things falling, you
Okay,
can't systematically manipulate your independent variable. That's why you're doing pseudoscience.
okay, I'll just
That's
say
why you don't. That's why you don't know in the end because you're doing
gravity
pseudoscience.
makes things fall. Yeah, gravity makes things fall. Then,
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Pseudoscience.
well, I mean, things fall.
You
So,
can't manipulate the gravity though.
I mean, you can. It's the
How
Cavendish
do you do it?
experiment with the by getting a torsion rod hanging from a rope and then putting two weights on the end, and then
You didn't manipulate gravity. You just
well,
observed two things moving towards each other.
yes, because of like the mass.
How do I bend the space and time?
Well, I mean, that's a different question. We're just talking about gravity.
Is it possible or is it not possible?
I don't know. It's possible to bend space time. Yeah.
How do I do it?
By getting any object that has mass and putting it anywhere in
You're
the
just
universe.
asserting so you assert the bending space-time instead of manipulating it.
Well, no, then you just observe the effects.
without manipulating your claim.
Well, you put the object with mass somewhere, and then it bends space-time, but you can't see it because it's visible, so you need to like then observe
So
the
how do we know
effects
it's
of it
bending space-time?
by observing the effects. So you start by making predictions. So what would you expect if space-time was bending? So then you get some things like time dilation and light
Okay.
bending around it and whatnot.
Couldn't
and then
you just
and then
insert anything into, instead of it bending space-time, you could just say it's anything. You could just say dragons are doing it.
Well, no, because the okay, well, I mean, sure, you could have a different theory that's like
and then it lines up and matches. So that's true.
That also explains all of it, but I mean, I would just like to see anyone that could.
Okay,
do
dragons.
that.
Yeah, dragons did it.
So like, there's like dragons. Like,
It
where are
matches
they?
all the predictions, and I guess it's true.
Are they? But are they like really tiny, or like are they like somewhere else using like
They're
magic?
they're interdimensional.
Okay, so they're not in this dimension, but they're like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
And so they're using what force are they using to
Dragon fire.
Dragon fire? Okay. Yeah, dragon fire. I mean, it isn't a fundamental force. It can't move things. You'd have to prove that dragon fire exists, and that it can move things.
Well, my claim is that it does move things, and then we do the little experiment with the balls, and they move.
Yeah, but
So it
space-time
proves the
isn't
dragon
like,
fire.
but space-time
You
isn't
see,
just a
this
magic
is your
force. That's
logic.
like, no, but space-time isn't just like a magic force that's moving things. I mean, we all move through time, and so if the time is bent, right, or if the space-time is bent, then by moving through time, you move through space. It's not there is no force pulling on the object. If you're just saying dragonfire, then you need to prove how it can manipulate the object.
Yeah, I proved it with your experiment.
What? No, you didn't. You just said dragonfire. You didn't explain why dragonfire works.
Yeah, it just does.
Yeah, but we can explain why the bending warping space-time moves objects. It's not just like that it does move objects. It's not. It just works. It's
Okay, how does bending time move an object?
because if you have like, okay, so we cannot think in 4 dimensions, which is kind of hard. But if we imagine the world as like a 1D line, so you can move left and you can move right, and then time is like the vertical line, and so you get your little square. And we can assume that like we're always moving through time, so we're always moving up on the sheet, right? But we can also move left and right. And so then if you bend time, so you take your vertical line, right, and you curve it so that you follow that curved line, you imagine then your coordinates in space across the horizontal also change. So by moving through essentially bent time or bent space-time, right, your coordinates in space change without any pulling effect. And the only assumption that's needed to make is that we move forward through time. And if you disagree with that, then I mean.
So how does the bending time cause something to move?
I could draw it out on the whiteboard actually. Oh, hey, GP.
Wouldn't it change your age or something?
It does slightly, yes. That's why the clocks in satellites, because they're further away from the gravitational field, have to be adjusted to account for time dilation. So you do actually age slightly slower depending on where you are in the
Okay, so how does it move things then?
Well, okay, I'm gonna go into
I'm not gonna watch it, but
okay. It's essentially that, like I said, you imagine like a 2D world where you have the x and y coordinates. Your horizontal line, that's space. You can move left and right, and your vertical line is time. If you imagine curving your vertical line, then and you're taking the ground position of the object, right, as it moves up through space, or up through time, sorry, like forward through time. If the time is curved, then its coordinates, in space change, because it will move, across the curve.
Dude, there's 3 spatial dimensions. That's all there is. There's not 4. There's not 2. There's not 1. There's
Well, yeah,
3
there's
dimensions.
3 spatial dimensions, and there's 1 dimension of
Yes,
time.
those are the only.
Time's not a
Yes,
dimension.
those are the only.
I disagree.
Those
then.
are the only.
Aren't we aging?
A dimension is like a spatial thing. In any dimension, like if there was a 4th dimension, there would still be time. In the 2nd dimension, there would still be time. Time is just
no, you can
things happening.
You can have worlds that don't have time, like theoretical.
I know y'all
They
heard
wouldn't
Jeremy
exist.
trying to get in, and y'all talked over him.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I don't even remember. Everything's 3D, bro. There is no 2D, and even if you had 2D, you can't have anything moving or happening within that 2D space without time. So I mean, this is ridiculous.
Well, you can. I mean, you can have things move without time.
How?
What?
You just
How could you have something move without time?
by. So, I mean, if you had a theoretical world without time, I mean, we can kind of ponder how that might function.
How
But you just
fast? How
have.
fast is the thing moving? How fast is the thing moving?
Well, I mean, it depends on how fast you want to move it, but like
Pick
time.
a speed. Any
Well, okay,
speed.
well,
Pick a speed.
if
Any speed.
time is what causes things to move, then like it.
Hold on. I'm not saying time causes things to move. Just tell me in your theoretical world where there is no time, how fast this thing is moving. Pick any speed. I don't care.
I get what you're gonna do because it's gonna be like, oh, miles per hour. Where's the hours? Yeah. But like you can
No.
have state change in like something with no time. I mean, so like
Time
yeah,
is
if
time
you
is
freeze time,
things changing though. Things moving around,
well,
states changing. That's what time is.
you could say the product of time is like well, for
No,
example,
that's
when
not
you
the product of time. Time's not something that exists independently of state changes. All right.
I think we lost the plot.
where's Jeremy got.
Ridiculous.
Why did Jeremy get server muted? I don't know.
He muted himself.
Oh, okay.
We're biased against him.
I muted him.
He was laughing. He was
Levelist
laughing
muted
so
him.
hard he had to mute himself.
They wanted me to take it easy on you. They can't. They want you to get.
Jeremy, I guess I won't say it is just who it is since it was a private DM, but somebody did DM me and they're like, "Why is Jeremy always muted? Like, you guys not like him, or did he do something?"
People
wrote a
DM me too. They're
petition.
like, "Are you okay? Why are your server muted?" I know. It's just so I don't hot mic.
He's got a hot micing problem, like some people have a drinking problem. He just keeps doing it.
I'm working on it.
Seriously, bro, this whole thing is nonsense. You're trying to explain gravity. Now you're trying to get us to go with a 2D world where there is no time, but things can still move.
Well,
I'm just
He was going to draw you a cartoon, but you didn't want to watch.
I didn't say I wasn't going to watch. Blob said he wasn't going to watch.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the Flash does. The Flash. I've seen the Flash move in no time. I've seen it.
It was easier to explain like a two-dimensional world than like a four-dimensional world, and so when simplifying it, because you can remove spatial dimensions without changing the physics.
Hey, you don't got to simplify over here.
Yeah, I would argue explanations is all that has been done. We're looking for some demonstrations. Can anybody demonstrate anything close to a working globe model?